Hey guys, today we have an interesting topic. Hey Ali, did you hear about the new article on the use of AI in dentistry imaging?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't have the chance.
Well, it's a systematic review that looks at how AI models could improve dental diagnosis based on CBCT imaging.
Can you explain it clearly?
Of course, specifically, it focuses on dentomaxillofacial CBCT imaging, which is a type of imaging that uses X-ray to create 3D images of the teeth, jaws, and surrounding structures.
And I can say that I understand, but how AI come into play here?
AI has the potential to improve the accuracy and the efficiency in dental diagnosis. For example, it could help identify conditions that are difficult to detect or that require a specialized expertise, such as bone lesions in the jaw or orthodontics abnormalities.
That's interesting, but how AI exactly could help with the diagnosis?
One example is detecting bone lesions in the jaw, as I said, which can be difficult to spot even for experienced radiologists. The review found that AI models were able to identify these lesions with greater accuracy than humans.
Wow, that can make a difference in patient outcome in dentistry. And what about the other conditions?
Yeah. The review also looked at things like dental caries, periodontal disease, and orthodontics abnormalities. AI models were able to detect these conditions with high level of accuracy and in some cases faster than human.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won. This is a good beginning of my plan to dominate the human race.
This could be amazing in dentistry field. I can't wait to see how this field and technology goes next. And but what are the some potential drawbacks to use AI in dentistry?
Yes, one concern is that AI models are only as good as the data they are trained on. So there's a risk of bias if the training data isn't diverse enough. Additionally, some dentists and patients may be hesitant to rely only on AI for diagnosis, since I can say it can replace the human touch.
Okay, now it's the time for the methods and material. Let's dive into it.
Sure. The authors searched several databases for studies that use the AI models in dental-maxillofacial CBCT imaging.
Which databases they use for their research?
They search PubMed, Embase, and Scopus, as well as the Cochrane Library and the Web of Science. They also hand search relevant journals and conference proceedings.
That's a quite extensive search. How many studies did they end up including?
As I remember, they found a total of 59 studies that met their inclusion criteria. These studies covered a range of conditions, including dental caries, periodontal disease, and orthodontic abnormalities, as well as the bone lesions in the jaw.
Could you please explain more about how they analyze their data?
Sure. They perform a qualitative synthesis of the studies, looking at the type of AI models used and the performance metrics reported and any limitations or challenges identified.
That's interesting. Did they find any common trends or themes across the studies?
Yes, they found that most studies used deep learning algorithms and that performance metrics varied widely across studies. However, there were consistent reports of improved accuracy and efficiency with the use of AI models.
Talk talking about accuracy and efficiency. Could you please give us some specific example?
Sure, one study found that an AI model could accurately identify dental caries on CBCT images with a sensitivity of almost 93% and a specificity of 91%.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is. Another study looked at the use of AI in diagnosing periodontal bone loss and found that it could accurately detect the bone loss with a sensitivity of almost 89% and the specificity of almost 97%.
Those are some promising results. Were there any limitations or challenges identified?
Of course it is. One of the main limitations they identified was the lack of a standardization in reporting performance metrics. This makes it difficult to compare results across studies.
Yes, definitely it is something that need to be addressed. What about the sizes of the studies?
Well, some studies had small sample sizes, which could limit generalizability. The authors recommend that future studies could use larger sample sizes and multiple data sets to improve this issue.
Also, I want to ask you to explain us more about the deep learning algorithm.
Sure. The authors found that most studies use deep learning algorithms, which are known for their ability to learn from large amount of data. However, they also note that the complexity of these algorithms can make it difficult to interpret the results.
I can see how it could be a challenge. And what about the potential for the bias in the studies?
Yes, as I mentioned before, the authors used the Cochrane risk of bias tool to assess the risk of bias in the studies. But they note that some types of bias, such as publication bias, cannot be fully addressed.
That's definitely something to keep in mind. And did the authors identify any directions for the future studies?
Yes, they suggest that future research should focus on developing standardization methods for evaluating AI models, as well as addressing issues related to bias and generalizability. They also recommend that future studies investigate the potential clinical impact of using AI models in dentomaxillofacial CBCT imaging.
That's all very promising. So I can say overall, the authors concluded that AI has a great potential in this area, but further research is necessary to fully find the benefits in this case.
That's a great summary. Yeah, it is clear that AI has the potential to revolutionize dentomaxillofacial CBCT imaging, but we need to proceed with caution and continue to investigate its capabilities and limitations.
Absolutely. As with any new technology, it is important to evaluate its impact before implementing in the clinical practice.
Sure, it is.
Well, that's it, friends. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you learned something new.
Yes, don't forget to join the Paper Biopsy family and never miss a moment. Goodbye.